Hello students. When we go for outing, on a tour or for an excursion, first thing what do we do is the location where we have to go. And then we need to have a map of that place. Once we get the map, we locate which are the places we are going to observe, to see, to enjoy. So maps plays a vital role in humans' life. They are very important to trace out the location of the place. And therefore, maps gives us exact detail about that place. So far, in the earlier classes, we have studied the state map, district map, state map, and India map. Now, in the 9th class, we are going to start the first lesson, that is the distribution of map. So, what is distribution of map? What is the use of this? So, first of all, there are quite many different maps. We must have studied so far the maps of India physical. So political maps gives us the idea of the capital cities and the main cities and boundaries. Then we must have studied the physical map. In the physical map, the mountains, the valleys, the coastal region, the islands, such physical divisions are shown. There are some maps only meant for roads to be shown, only the roads or the railways. So there are few maps which shows a specific theme, specific purpose they are drawn. Such maps are called thematic map. So have a look of these. Some maps are prepared with special themes. Such maps are called thematic maps. Theme means the purpose. For what purpose this map is being drawn. And therefore we clearly get the idea. For example, if we have to show the population of a particular region or the rainfall of a particular region, so this map is only meant for population or rainfall. So this is called thematic map. My dear students, to draw distributional map, we need statistical data. Statistical data of the variable. Variable means, for example, the temperature, the population, the cattle, or the rainfall, or the altitude. These are called variables. So these variables are shown through the distributional map. Distributional maps are divided into 3 categories. Number 1, the dot method. Number 2, the Isopleth map, and the Isopleth method. So these are the methods which we are going to study one by one in more detail. So let us have a brief look of what this dot method is, how the data is gathered for this dot method. Dot method, the variables are given through the counting. That is, the data gathered here through the counting. We can count the number. For example, population. We can count the people. For example, cattle. we can count the number of cattle. Lions, we can count the lions. So in the dot method, the variables are counted and the data is collected. So example, population, cattle, etc. In the Isopleth method, data is obtained through measurement and surveying. So literally the survey is done, measurement is done, and then the map is drawn. So Isopleth method uses the tint or the shades of different colors. So in this way, Isopleth map is been drawn. The third method which we are going to study is Isopleth method. Here, data is shown with the help of line of equal value. So, one line which is drawn over the map, it shows the equal value. That means, for example, this line goes from one district to other district to third district, but this line shows the same value all over the four districts or all over the states. Through this, we can show the altitude. Altitude means, my dear student, the height of a place from mean sea level. Mean sea level means from where the water touches to the ground. That is called 0° mean sea level, MSL. From there, how high we are. For example, Sri Rampur, where we are located, we are at, so its height is 534.85 from mean sea level. So if you want to measure the Kalsubai, the peak, then it is measured from the mean sea level. So in this way, Doda Beta, if you want to measure. So in this way, the height is measured from the mean sea level, which is called as altitude. Then the rainfall. Every different places has different type of rainfall. So rainfall is not uniform in all the places, and therefore different variables of rainfall can be noticed at different places. Such places to be shown on the map with the line. These lines join to different places of equal value. Then the third variable is temperature. Rajasthan temperature is different, Nagpur temperature is different, and Mumbai temperature is different. In this way, the temperature variables are different, which we have to show on the map. So let us study in more detail about the distributional map. First, we are going to study the dot method, then Isopleth method and Isopleth method. Maps are of three types. First of all, we have dot method. So second one is Isopleth method and Isopleth method. So dot method is used by using the dots. Isopleth method is used by the colors or the tints, and Isopleth maps are used by the lines. So let us see in more detail. To show distribution through dot method, the value of a dot has to be determined. To do that, the lowest and the highest value of a given variable in a region are taken into consideration. Accordingly, the number of dots are determined. Also, we need to consider the size of the dot, the density of the variable, and the scale of a map. The number of dots to be given for the value of variable in each sub-administrative unit needs to be decided first. The following precaution should be taken while using the dot method for a map. Number one, the size of a dot should be uniform. Number two, the distribution of physiography, water sources, transport system, etc. of a region should be considered while placing dots on a map. Number three, while showing population distribution, rural population is shown by dots and circles are used to show urban population. So to show the urban population, circles are used, dots are used for rural population. The dot method is most suitable for that variable which is freely scattered across the region. My dear students, please observe the figure 1.1, that is the Amravati district distribution of population map. Observe it properly, see the index, and then answer the following questions. Question number 1. What is the population of the Amravati town? So you can have a look with the larger dot over there, and we can easily stress it out that Amravati town's population is 5 lakh. Question number 2. Name the place having population of 1 lakh on a map. So you can have a look, that is 1 lakh circle which shows Anjangaon Surji. Over here you can see Anjangaon Surji, which its population is 1 lakh. Then the question 3rd, which part of the map shows sparse distribution of population? That means lesser population. So in the map you can have a look over here, the spare. So here very few dots are shown, and this is Chikaldara district. So in the Chikaldara district, the spare population is shown. In this way, the dot method is used to show the variables which are scattered across the area or a region. These variables are scattered. We may consider that these dots are different villages and the population is given. On the map, each dot represents 10,000 people. So then the colorful dots, 50,000 dot is given, 1 lakh dot, 2 lakh dot, and 5 lakh dots. So in this way, my dear student, we must read the map. So student, till now we have been studying the distributional map. In that we have seen the first type, that is dot method, where the more dots are there, that is more populated places, and lesser the dot, the spare the population. In this way we have been able to study the dot method. With the help of dot method we have studied the map. In the next session we are going to study the Choropleth method and the Isopleth method, and how to draw them we are going to study in more detail. So till then, goodbye.